Hey, this is the best street magic uncovered. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make an entire deck vanish. And no, not up your sleeves, just completely into thin air. So here's a few ideas of what type of vanishes you can do. We got the drop vanish. We have the shake vanish. And then we have the box vanish, which makes the box vanish, leaving only your cards. You can show the top after giving a quick cut also. So now you're all wondering, how are we making these cards disappear? So here, let's show you from an exposed angle of what is happening. So as you can see, there's a gimmick inside of a gimmick. The gimmicks create an optical illusion which makes it look like you have a full deck of cards in your hands. Even though this may not sound that effective, trust me, it is very, very effective. So here's a close-up of what the gimmick looks like. Now you can print this gimmick out, and I've put the link down below for this. So yeah, let me just quickly show you how you slide the gimmick into the other gimmick. And we can check out some of the different angles and what it looks like from all different angles. Now you're all probably wondering how to make this gimmick in the best way possible, or even how to make the box gimmick, or how to use this in your routines. So I've made some more videos, so you should be able to see the links at the end of this video. If not, check out my channel, you should find it there. Also, the most important thing, don't forget to subscribe. The more love you guys show me, the more magic I will be able to teach you all. So don't forget to subscribe. Also, leave your comments down below so I know how to improve my videos. Thank you. Okay, so this is how you make the vanishing deck gimmick. Here are some of the things that you'll need at the beginning. Now, you don't need all of it, but the more you have, the more you can experiment with. So first we have the Elmer's rubber cement. This will be used for the box gimmick. Now if you're going to use a scalpel, then a metal ruler will be helpful too. Now this is the scalpel I've got, and remember, if you're under 16, under 18, make sure you have adult supervision. And if you're going to use it, be very careful, because remember, as a magician, your hands are very important, your fingers are very important, so you don't want to be cutting them up. And now scissors would be a better option, and also you need to use some scotch tape. Now, if you don't want to use scotch tape, vinyl strips are better, even though they're harder to find. But if you have vinyl strips, they'll work better than sellotape. So anyways, now you need your two cards. So the first card that I've picked is the Ace of Spades. That will be my facing card. So whichever one you decide to be, if it's a joker or whatever, then push that one, or push that one down. And keep the 8 of hearts, or the random card that you pick, facing upwards. Now I'm going to pull out some sellotape and use it to join the two together. Now, as I said earlier, you can use vinyl strips for this if you want, and that would probably be preferable. But if you don't worry, everyone always has sellotape. Now make sure they're tight and very close to each other. And there you go. That's the first part done. Now remember that what we're trying to do is we're trying to make a pocket for the optical illusion gimmick. So as you see, I've realized that my tape is a little too long, so don't worry about it. Just use the scissors to cut a piece off. And there you go. Align it as perfectly well as you can. Now I'm just cutting on some extra piece. Okay, now one more sellotape to go. And you put it on the opposite side of your second card. Now here you go, here's a tricky bit. And now the tricky bit is getting them to align perfectly. Now with sellotape this is really hard, but I guarantee if you use vinyl strips it'll be much easier, and that's because it creases better. Sellotapes don't crease as well. There you go, as you can see it's a quite a big bit of a struggle to get it perfectly. Okay, so now when you lift your duplicate card on top of the main card, which is the one which the audience will be able to see, you want it to align perfectly as possible. So once you've aligned it perfectly as possible, press it down as hard as you can, find some books or some heavy object and place it underneath it for an hour. And because of this, it'll be flat and it will have a much better finished effect. As you can now see, the final product. So have a look at this. You can see that nice pocket is quite tight, and that's the effect of keeping it under some books or anything like that. But yep, that's the end of this tutorial. Now the other gimmick, which you're probably thinking about, how can I get hold of this other gimmick? Now you can download it from the description box below. All you need to do is print it out, and the part which is supposed to be a flap, which you can clearly see on the printout, you just have to score it gently with the scalpel. So don't completely cut it off, but halfway through only. Okay, so now we're going to learn how to make the box gimmick. Now essentially it's the same type of idea. As you can see, the gimmick is a bit different looking, but the concept is the same. There's a pocket with an optical illusion hidden inside of it, which makes it seem like a whole box exists. So all you need is 2 playing cards and a box. So as you can see over here, what I did, I'm not going to cut it out again for you, but what I did is that I cut around the whole box, leaving only the top portion. So let me give you a closer look of just that. We ignored the gold line and just cut around the red border. And after cutting that whole border out, we stuck it on top of a playing card, which looks like this. So that's the playing card, and after we stuck it on, that's what it looks like. Okay, so the bottom card I left as a joker for that one, and there are 2 cards put on top of each other. It's exactly the same thing. Yep. So all that will be needed for that is some Elmer's rubber cement glue, as we saw earlier, that hopefully you have, and then you just paste it on, giving you a pocket. And now what you do is the gimmick you made the first time, you make the exact same gimmick, but this time you have to cut a bit of the box, which I'll show you in a second. So as you can see, what we're looking at, compare the two, they're exactly the same thing. So we come around the golden red border, we cut a square, well not a square, a rectangle. So we cut around it, and after that we were able to stick it on top of our gimmick. And as you can see, the gimmick right now, it's been stuck on. All we did extra to that was we creased it. And okay, I think I forgot in the last video to give one more tip, but where the crease is, if you put a sellotape, it'll have a better bend, or your gimmick will last longer. So don't forget to use sellotape underneath. Okay, now we're going to show you some routines. Now they're going to be from exposed angles, so don't worry if you can easily see how it's done, but you need to figure out the best way to perform. Okay, so this one is called out of the box. So you make the card disappear from your hands, and then you'd be like, oh, look, you know where it is? It's inside the box. So when you put it in this way. Now this one is the sandwich routine. So you ask a spectator to choose any card. You can do this on the street or anywhere you want. They take the card and then you ask them to sign it. And when they sign it, you turn around and you hide the deck of cards in one of your pockets, and you take out the optical illusion and you get that ready. And when they finish signing and you turn back around, what you do is you take the card and facing it upwards, put it inside the deck. And obviously you need to do it in a better way than how I'm showing it right now. This is just so that you can see clearly how it's done. So then you make the cards disappear, and you be like, they could be jokers or 2 aces, and be like, look, the 2 aces found your card, and here it is, the King of Hearts. And here's the one I like, and which is just deck through the table. So there's a whole deck. You smack it on the table and pretend that it went through the table, and now it's in your hand. Okay, so in short, this is the best way to use the vanishing deck gimmick. Obviously, there's a lot more you can do with it, and a lot more creativity that you can put in it. So if you have any great ideas, post them in the comments below of how you can use it, and where you've used it, your experience. This was my first video, so I'd like some constructive feedback. So if there's anything you want to share, anything I should change for my next video, please do let me know. And hopefully I'll be seeing you soon again. Please do subscribe, and thank you for your time.